Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on Starspeed Universe, and today I'm going to do a video on a LEGO Doctor Who MOC that I have made, and it is this. It is the Crashing TARDIS. So let's get started off. Now I don't just have a MOC to show off, I have all the custom minifigures as well, which I'm just going to remove off the TARDIS, and that's the 9th Doctor, the 4th Doctor, the 12th Doctor is here as well. I do have an 11th and 10th Doctor, but I seem to have misplaced them, so when I find them I'll maybe do a video on them. Comment if you want to see that. So let's just move on to the TARDIS itself. So the console itself was built pretty simply. It's made out of two of these plate things with a round thing on the bottom, with one of Chopper's from LEGO Star Wars Rebels, one of his bodies which goes just underneath on here, and then it connects to the middle of this thing here. Which is the main console room. So if you just put that back there. So obviously I have made a few custom things. So one of these normal levers I have bent to make it look like one of the TARDIS levers that they've got in it. So that moves. Again, that's that little thing there is from the Darth Vader castle set. And the time rotor, if I just remove this flame, which is just jammed in there, actually spins round. It rotates, because I can just... There you go, inside down there, there's a spinny thing. A turntable piece. If I can... There you go. So yeah, that spins. Moving on to the main console room, we'll start off with the back wall, which, yes, it does come off. It consists of a screenshot of the TARDIS roundels. We also have this picture here, which is actually of Google Images, and it is a picture of the TARDIS on the exterior crashing onto an unspecified planet. Now, that's the exterior. What's going on in here would be the interior of the TARDIS, all the flames and things and blowing up and whatnot. And also we have some images of some fire inside some of the roundels, and this one which has a hole in it because it would have blown up, because... well, the way the Doctor pilots the TARDIS, it's inevitable it's going to happen. There's also this, which is a reference to the 5th Doctor, because this is his outfit. I don't have a head, hair, or hands for it, so I sort of just made one and put it here to make it look like the TARDIS wardrobe had blown up and one of the outfits had landed in the console room. There's just several miscellaneous pieces, and there's also a reference to the 10th Doctor's era with this, the hand inside the glass tube. I had to cut a part of it off, but there you go. If you've watched the 10th Doctor episode, you'll know exactly what that is. So if I just reassemble the TARDIS, we can move on to all the custom minifigures that I have made. So moving on to the custom minifigures, I suppose we should start off with the Doctors in chronological order. There we go. So that's basically from youngest to oldest. How very wibbly wobbly and quite timey-wimey. So starting off with the current youngest Doctor in my collection, the 4th Doctor. So his hat is actually from a knockoff LEGO set and is held on with blue tack. A lot of blue tack actually. The hair is from Harry Potter, one of the old Harry Potter figures, and it actually works really well for the 4th Doctor, although I wish I had it in brown because it would look better, because the 4th Doctor has brown hair. The face, again, is just an image of the 4th Doctor's face that I found off Google Images, and I feel like it reflects his smile very nicely. Same thing for the torso, again, found off Google Images. The sonic screwdriver is made out of one of those funky lightsaber handles with the weird crossbar at the bottom with a red stud on it to represent the screwdriver, because... hang on a second. So yeah, as I was saying, the sonic screwdriver, because his actual sonic screwdriver looks like this. So obviously the grey handle, or the silver handle here, is represented by the piece here, and the red stud at the end represents the sort of emitter section here at the end. So moving on to the next youngest Doctor, although he's a good 1,000 years older than the 4th Doctor. Anyways, it is the 9th Doctor. So here he is. Now, if I just take his accessories out of his hand, we can actually look at the main body. Now, his hair is actually from Poe. Sorry, no, what's his name? Finn from Star Wars Force Awakens. Sorry, as you can see, the Disney movies are so bad I can't even remember character names. Now, his face reflects a very stern look of the 9th Doctor, because, you know, he would sport that look quite often, you know, post-Time War and everything. So, on the back, we have the same smile as actually the 4th Doctor. because I think both of these smiles reflect the Ninth Doctor smiling and the Fourth Doctor smiling very well. So I decided to put them on both. So the torso, again, that was a thing found off Google Images, and he actually has a bit of back printing as well, unlike the other figures. So, yeah. Now, moving on to his accessories, of course, we have his sonic screwdriver and a mallet, because, you know, he would beat the TARDIS with a mallet whenever it was malfunctioning. So here's his screwdriver. It's just a grey lightsaber handle with the blue flat stud on the top with a little black thing poking out the bottom, which is actually made out of one of these levers. I cut a bit off there and I stuck it on the bottom of here. So yeah, now comparing it to the actual sonic screwdriver, I got a new Ninth Doctor Sonic. It's relatively accurate, not too accurate, but you know, it gets the illusion. The look is there, so you know, obviously this one lights up, this one doesn't light up. So, but yeah, moving on to the mallet. It's one of those what are they called? Those pieces. It looks like a 1x1 stud, but it has other studs sticking out the side, not just the top. And they've all just been sanded off, and the whole thing's been painted black if the camera will focus, finally. And then on the top, the stud has also been mostly sanded off, but you can see there's a bit of black of the handle poking up through. And the handle itself is brown. It was originally grey, but the paint is coming off in some areas. I think it looks cool with the paint coming off. Gives it a nice weathered effect. But yeah, there's the handle. It's just a brown bar from one of the Harry Potter sets. So yeah, because it was the Wand piece. So yeah, that is the Ninth Doctor. So if you just give him back his accessories here, there you go. So moving on, we have our very last figure, and it is the 12th Doctor, but with the wrong sonic screwdriver, because as you can see here, he's in his Series 8 outfit. You know, with the navy jacket and everything. It's actually a lot lighter blue. It should be darker, but I couldn't find any darker blue pieces. But here he is, the navy jacket and everything. And his actual sonic screwdriver is his second one, or at least it resembles it. Now, we'll talk about that later, so we'll put that down there for now. So, the Doctor's face was an image just found off Google. Now, the hair, I think, is one of the old Obi-Wan Kenobi hair pieces, because one of my mum's friend had some really old Lego, and one of them was from one of the really classic Obi-Wan sand speeders with Luke Skywalker's from like the 1990s. So yeah, that's where that hair comes from. The legs, the groin area on the legs is blue, the legs are black in question. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the main body. Now, moving on to the sonic screwdriver, this is what it looks like, which, actually that little blue cap on the end should be slid up a bit more. There you go, so that's what it looks like, there you go. Now, when comparing it to the actual one here, which unfortunately does not work, it is broken. So, yeah, that is quite unfortunate. But comparing the Sonics, the top part of the screwdriver is made out of one of those blue handlebar pieces, which what they call pins, one of those blue pin pieces, which was cut in half and stuck onto the end of a grey rod, and that resembles the emitter, which is this thing here. So moving down, there isn't any of the other details like these claws or these sections here that poke out, because it is just a grey bar, but that blue section at the bottom does represent this part here inside here where those bits would be, and it fits in the Doctor's hand, or the 12th Doctor's hand, very nicely, and I think it looks quite cool as well to have his sonic screwdriver, not just the 11th Doctor's sonic. So yeah, now I guess I'll get on to the last two custom minifigures. So, moving on to my next custom minifigure, this one is one of the villains, and it is the Cyberman. Now I do have another one, but well, he's a little unfinished. I still need to find a few more pieces for him. But here he is so far. There is a Harry Potter thing on the back. I still need to remove that. So yeah, there's another one, but he's unfinished. So here is the Cyberman. Now, this is actually the Cyber Controller, as you can see, because, you know, you can see the exposed brains inside the thing there, the helmet, I think. There we are. We can also see the pins along here where the wires would have gone in, because, you know, he was John Lumick and he was telling the... Watch the episode, you'll understand. Now, he is armed with one of the Lego alien blaster guns, which is one of these things. So yeah, that's that. His head is actually quite interesting. The helmet bars, the handlebars on the top. Now his head is just a grey head here, which again I've just given the print off Google Images, just stuck on there because I just set up like a Cyberman decals. So if you just pop him down there, we can talk about this, which is the head section here. Now to actually make it, what I did was I took two of the black hands. And a black rod, of which I cut down on one end, put it on top of one of these clips. I take that, then I put it, then I put it on top of the Cyberman's head, like this. And now you've done that, so now you get your black hands here. I guess actually these can be the black or silver or even grey, and they just go like that on the top. Man, okay, the music in the background is so cool. Murray Gold, he composed the music for Doctor Who up until, I think it was Series 11. Such a fantastic job with the Cyberman music. Anyways, so here it is. Now, I cannot recommend you enough to go and watch the 10th Doctor episodes featuring the Cybermen. That's all of them, like Age of Steel, Rise of the Cybermen, and Doomsday. All of those episodes, they are absolutely fantastic. So, yeah. Now, this next custom minifigure is, I think, the Doctor's worst enemy, but we do have to take the Master into consideration. But it is the Dalek. Not the Daleks, the Dalek. Now, this Dalek was made out of several pieces, so I'll break it down and basically just show you how to make it if you like. So I'll just do that now. So, if you want to build one of the Daleks, you take one of these pieces, which is sort of one of the round tiles of these bars going round. This can either be yellow, gold, red, white, whatever colour you want your Dalek to be. Now, you have the option to draw on the the orbs on the side, or if you want to, but I clearly have. I need to redo them in some areas though. And you're just going to take that and you put it on top of this. And the next thing you do is take one of these. Again, this can be any colour, but preferably one of the darker colours. If I had this this bottom piece here in this colour, that'd be great for a Dalek. That would be awesome, much better than the yellow. Anyways, then what you want to do is to take one of these. Oops, just dropped it. One of these pieces, and you want to just put it on here. Next thing you want to do is to take one of these pins here, and you want to put it in the hole on the left. Not the right, the one on the left. Now, I've seen people put the plunger on the right side. It goes on the left side, it always does. And then you want to take a Lego bar, preferably the grey, a grey or a light grey or a dark grey, and you want to cut it down, doesn't matter how short, and you want to put it inside of that pin. You then want to take one of these black studs with a hole in the end, and you want to put it on the end here, and that represents the plunger. You then want to take one of these pieces and you put it on top here. Then you take one of these grey studs and you stick it in the hole here, like that. And then after you have done that... Sorry about that, I just got an advert in the background music. Anyways, then what you want to do is take a grey, not a grey stud, a lightsaber hilt like this. Now obviously on my one I have weathered it a bit, but you want to take that and you want to put it in that stud facing this way, and that represents the gun. Good gracious, that's loud, let's turn that down. Man, the Dalek music is so good. Doctor Who's music is amazing. Anyways, then you want to take a red stud. Now this is actually going to represent the mutant being able to be seen inside. And you're going to want to put it in the middle of this piece here. Now this next piece is actually quite rare. This is actually a piece from the actual character options building Daleks they released a few years ago. So if you can get your hands on one of these, that's great. But if not, I suggest an alternative as one of these or one of the dish pieces. So you then want to take that and you just want to put it on the top there. So, you sort of see the mutant on the inside, but, still a Dalek. You then want to take one of these pieces and you want to put it on the top like that. Then you want to take one of these pieces. Oops. Now, you don't have to use one of these. You can use one of the clip piece. There we go. One of the clip pieces like this. Put it on the top, and then have a handlebar on here. But I prefer to do one of something like this. Then you take a black stud like this. You put it on here, and a blue stud, and you put it on the end there. And that is your Lego Dalek. So now you can go about saying, exterminate, exterminate. And, the Doctor can go and he goes, buzz buzz with the sonic screwdriver, and the Dalek dies. Boom. So yeah, that is going to have to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to Starspeed Universe, and all our other channels if there are any more. I don't think there are. And expect more great content coming your way. And thank you for watching, and bye.